This episode of The Other Side of Darkness is dedicated to the memory of Estelle Harris, Liz Sheridan, Kenneth Welsh, Mike Haggerty, and George Shapiro. We have lost all of these icons of the Sign Peaks universe in the past few months, and we're missing them tremendously. The Other Side of Darkness is brought to you in part by Tweed's Cafe of North Bend, Washington, the real-world site of the Twin Peaks RR. Stop by in person at 137 West North Bend Way for a slice of cherry pie and a damn good cup of coffee, and follow Tweeds on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Tweeds Cafe. On the next episode of The Other Side of Darkness...
Hey!
Don't you see what's going on here?
Someone violated the sanctity of my private property with malevolent, possibly murderous intentions.
That's a shame.
New paths lead to distant lands.
Have you ever been to Taiwan?
No, first time.
So what brings you here?
10 years of terrible judgment.
Unseen threats lurk in the shadows.
Jerry, can you believe this? I got a stalker.
What are you, excited about this?
It's kind of flattering. Somebody wants to kill you. You must be doing something worth noticing.
And fate reveals hidden strength.
Are you a cop or something?
Oh, they wish. No, I'm the guy they call when the rules get in the way.
Hidden purpose.
Elaine, your intuition springs from a fount of deep and ancient wisdom that flows within you and all around you.
And hidden danger.
Wait a second. Is this... It can't be.
Who the hell are we dealing with here?
The Other Side of Darkness, Part 3. Coming soon. This week's musical guest is the Queens-based indie rock group Troubles Afoot. Their second album, Woke Up Dark, was released on May 5th. You can find their music on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Bandcamp. Here is Troubles Afoot with the title track from that album, Woke Up Dark.
It was dark out, could not stand the taste in my mouth. Put my shoes on, walked outside. I got in the car and started to drive on the highway alone. I drove real slow. I kept going till I reached the big end. I drove into the black water. I made no sound. Then I woke up dark. Up, it was dark out, opened the window, then I climbed out on the roof. I sat and spied on an animal eating hunched over gnawing. Crawled over, did I put out my hands? Its fur was wet, it was very cold. Then when it saw me, it picked its head up. It slid off the roof, then I woke up dark.
Music by Patrick Edwards, Ivor Bowitz, and Robert McDonald. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave us a positive rating and review on your podcasting app. You can follow Sign Peaks on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and we've also got a Facebook group you can join. Just search Sign Peaks, 2 words, on Facebook. And you can also visit our store at signpeaks.threadless.com for merchandise. 50% of proceeds for the month of June will be donated to Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. And if you'd like to support this series, you can visit patreon.com/signpeaks to get early access to episodes and exclusive merchandise. All links mentioned can be found in this episode's show notes. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy this podcast, you might also enjoy Watching Owen Wilson, the first podcast dedicated entirely to everyone's favorite catchphrase-loving comedic actor. Hosts Jake Menez and Michael J. Teeter make their way through Owen Wilson's entire filmography, rating each movie, counting each wow, and bringing in guests in an effort to befriend Owen Wilson himself. Find Watching Owen Wilson on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, and at watercooler.com. You can also listen to Mike Dowd, the voice of Kramer on this podcast, on his own podcast, Welcome to Twin Speaks. Here's Mike and co-host Janine with more.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And hello, I'm Janine.
And this is Welcome to Twin Speaks. We are a bi-weekly podcast exploring the weird and wonderful world of David Lynch's master hit TV series, Twin Peaks. We will be going episode by episode, really discussing the legacy of Twin Peaks that it's left for television and pop culture that maybe you've never heard before.
And if you're someone like me who's actually seeing it for the very first time, I welcome you to dive in with me with no spoilers as we go along, and I avoid all the Google researching in what's to come with fresh eyes and fresh ears and bask in the wonderfully weird.
Yes. And if you've seen the show before, you can see it through the first time through Janine's eyes. It'll be like you're watching Twin Peaks for the first time. So grab a cup of joe, grab some donuts and some cherry pie, and join us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And welcome to Twin Speaks.
The Other Side of Darkness is written, performed, and produced strictly as a work of parody. The Other Side of Darkness is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, NBC, Warner Brothers Records, Rhino Records, Lynch Frost Productions, Twin Peaks Productions, CBS, or Showtime. This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all Seinfeld characters, story elements, and intellectual property are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and/or copyright holders. The makers of The Other Side of Darkness make no claims, directly or indirectly, of ownership to any elements held by these trademark and/or copyright holders, other than original characters, story elements, and other intellectual properties created specifically by the makers of this podcast. Musical elements referencing themes and motifs from the original theme music to Seinfeld and Twin Peaks are created expressly as works of parody and do not imply claims to ownership of said music.